Hey everybody, welcome back. I am doing my intro over because I keep forgetting to change my mic when I don't have these on. So, so at any rate, I am working on getting the basement cleaned up so that I can then move everything to the middle so that when they come to do the basement work on the walls from the cracks from the earthquake, they will be able to do that. Plus, they're putting in the waterproofing system, which is basically it's a gutter that runs around the four edges of the or three edges of the basement. The one wall does not need the guttering system because it has no land going up to that wall, so no water is getting trapped and coming in the seams there. So I've got to have everything moved 5 feet away from the walls, from three of those walls. Plus, they need to be able to get to the other wall, the fourth wall, in order to put silicone something down. Because even though I don't have a lot of major cracks in that wall, I do have some hairline, stair stepping, and that kind of stuff, but not a lot. It did move the wall off, not off, but it moved the wall on the concrete pad. It slid it a little bit, about that much. So they're just going to put some silicone in there, like keep the bugs down and that sort of thing. And so I am sharing the before pictures with you. And this is two different perspectives. The first camera view is on the east wall, and the second camera view is off the lattice that you see from in that first one. That is about as close as I'm going to get. Also, it's going to be a lot of nothing going on other than me sorting and cleaning and making faces and trying not to rub my face with my hands and all that kind of stuff. It will be sped up and I'll add some music so that you guys will be entertained by that. Okay, so that's the basement. Let's get cracking. back when I was a brownie and I had it all through Scouts. I don't see if you can see the Girl Scout symbol there. This is my canteen. You unscrew it there. Just loosen it up enough to swing that out. And then tighten it back up. You've got your pan handle, your dish to eat out of. So you could use this as a frying pan. And then this was a little thing to make soups and stuff. Still in decent shape too. A little bit of burn marks there. I'm not sure what the brown is. Rust. It doesn't have an odor. Not even a rusty odor. So I'm not sure what that is. But pretty cool. I have a water canteen that matches it somewhere. Not sure where that's at. I don't know if you can see that. It's a compass. I can't get it to tilt. Okay, so I'm trying out the camera, the new camera phone for the first time, and it has a time-lapse feature on it. So you saw two different sections of the basement done with the time-lapse, finishing up the couch that I'm sitting on, finishing that up, and then the area where I do my painting stuff. Both of those should be on time lapse, so we'll see how that turns out and kind of go from there. I've been speeding it up in editing, and I'm hoping this saves me a little bit. I have one more section to do, and that's the area with all the decoration storage, all my tools, and all that kind of stuff. I asked Dad, it needs to be organized a little bit more anyhow, but I asked Dad if he wanted me to go ahead and put everything in boxes so it's easier to move everything, and he agreed to that. So I've got that to do yet, and then it's just us moving everything. Dad doesn't like to be filmed, so I won't be filming the actual moving all the furniture and shelving, but I will give you guys an after look. All right, here we go. Okay, we're on the final stretch. Now to clean up this part, get the shelves organized enough that Dad and I can move them pretty easily. Hey everybody, so we are, I think, for the most part, organized in the basement. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour just so you can see everything set up. I'm actually going to put plastic on everything just to cover it up for while the guys are down here, because I imagine there's going to be a lot of dust and dirt and all of that. So let's take the tour. Okay, we are coming in from the basement, and this right here is the art table that was right over here. We moved it because they need to be able to get into that crack and put a sealant into that crack. That is all new from the earthquake. There we go. That's a little bit better on seeing all the dead bugs, but also seeing that crack that came about from the earthquake. The cinder blocks shifted. Got spider web all over me. There you can really see the crack, but the concrete foundation slipped off the slab a little bit. Not much, but they're going to put a sealant in. So that's where the art table was. We turn around. That was up against the wall, so that's been moved also. And everything's been cleaned out. That wall has to have everything 5 feet away, but the wood stove I'm not able to move, so hopefully this is good enough. We come around and get back here, and you can see where I've moved everything to the middle. I've got a lot of crap. Now, these are the cracks that happened during the earthquake, just to have a little bit of a reminder. Wish the autofocus would quit that. Those cracks go all along this wall. I actually have to move this still. I saved it for last because I was listening to the music on the boombox. I have not moved this pipe. I wasn't sure if I needed to go ahead and move it or not. And the sump pump is still in the hole, but I did move the dehumidifier. And this lattice, I struggled and struggled and struggled with. I don't know if you can see up there, the nails have poked out, but I cannot pull them the rest of the way out. So when they get here, sorry, I don't know why it automatically cut off there, but this is the west wall, and there's the crack that they had seen that was on the other side of the storage shelves. So, and there's a little bit of a hairline crack right there, hard to see. But at any rate, everything's cleaned out, ready for them to come through. I can give you a view from this corner. You can kind of get an idea from that direction. I'm going to go ahead and move the music and cover everything up, and I will see you guys maybe as they're working, but otherwise I'll show you the finished work.